Why do timeless stories resonate with us? This is something so fascinating, not only to me personally, but I think you will find it interesting too. Why are almost every story we have ever heard saying the exact same thing? They are. And I don't know, Joseph Campbell. Have you all heard of Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey? Of course you have. And of course you know him. He did a massive work in his book called The Hero's Journey, where he takes all of the ancient myths, every religion, every modern story, really breaks down how they are exactly the same thing. And why do those stories resonate with us? And we're going to get into that because it's really important for us. It's one of the aspects, and one of these, it's just kind of off the cuff for me to have this kind of presentation. But it's really important for us to understand what we are attracted to and why. It's part of that whole self-reflection, self-knowledge, and the things that help us know who we are. And we think about these kind of things. Most people in the West being Europe, United States, Australia, Canada, they don't know the story of the Epic of Gilgamesh. It's pretty fascinating because most religions, most myths, they come from these tales, from Gilgamesh in particular. Like Noah's Ark. Gilgamesh was many scholars now debate, most of them agree, that Noah's Ark story comes from the Gilgamesh. But he's not the only one. Most people do not realize that every single culture around the world has a Noah's Ark story. Every one. Chinese, Central and South America, us. It's fascinating. I mean, what it tells me is that there probably was some type of major catastrophe. If every single culture around the world has the exact same story, something happened. I mean, they all wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have their own version of Noah with all their different names. And something happened, we just don't know what it is. We don't know exactly what it is. But why do we like it? We like it because all the odds are against you. Everything is against you. God is telling you he wants to destroy man. Whew, well, that's a big one. I mean, I'd kind of be upset. Like, damn, what do we do? Sorry. But they overcome it and they live. It's fascinating. And Moses. Why are we attracted to these type figures? Like Moses himself, like he's struggling, right? Like there's a big struggle. You're getting persecuted. You are, if you're putting plagues on people and you're doing these things and you still got to flee, flee for 40 years. But then you end up, Moses, he ends up not overcoming it. He ends up dying before he gets there. But it's like a tragic story. And the stories that we're most attracted to are the ones where people come out on top. Like they overcome themselves. Just like, how about Rocky? Why is Rocky such an important movie? Like every movie in modern times has a Rocky reflection. Somebody that's down and out, they risk everything, they do everything to make it. They struggle, they get beat up. Y'all remember Rocky's first movie? He gets the crap beat out of him and like the movie's over. It's the second movie where he comes back, he's on top. Like it resonates with us because we all have those same struggles. We're all getting beat up. We're all getting knocked down. And when we watch a movie or we read whatever we read, whether it's any novel, any biblical scene, whatever it is, the Vedas, whatever. It's the same Rocky story. We all relate to it because we're all getting beat up. And luckily, if we're lucky enough, we've created really, really good friends that kind of kick us in the ass a little bit and say, hey, move that ass. We got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. You got stuff to think about. You have stuff to think about. You have stuff to put into action. You can do and be more. And that's exactly what Rocky tells us. I know that whenever I was a kid and I walked out of the Rocky movies, every single guy in there knew he was the baddest dude walking out of the Rocky show. Everyone, including me. I mean, everybody. We just want, you looking at me? That's what everybody was doing. Same way with every story of our life. We just need people in our corner. We need people in our corner. Like here, our group, we push business to each other. Like that's an outside of a spiritual sort of nature, but it's still spiritual because we trust each other. I was glad to give Steve business with my buddy, introduce y'all to make that happen. I've been glad to become friends with Jacob, and I'm 100% positive giving him things he otherwise probably would not have had. Same thing with Andrew, giving Andrew business. Dean, Jim and Dinah. We're all helping each other. Kyle working on his meditation business. Like, that is what we do. We help each other. Like, we're going to help encourage Mario when he goes to college next month. We're going to stay in touch with him, make sure he's not doing stupid stuff, like staying out with Jacob till 5 in the morning. You know, like, we're going to encourage you not to be an idiot. You know, that's important. It's just vitally important. Oh, yeah, and all of y'all at home, if y'all like this work, go get my book and support it. I'd appreciate it. Have you read it? You know, if we look a little bit closer, you know, a lot of people say chivalry's dead, and I say it's not. Chivalry is not dead, but we all like it. We all like manly men, and so do women. You like a guy that is strong, but not a douchebag. You like a guy that is, and I think it's the same with men. We want the same thing, but the opposite. We want that femininity, the natural beauty and strength of a woman that gives the man strength. It's important. Like, we need all of that. And all of these stories resonated. Like with Rocky, he needed Adrian. Like, when she wasn't in his corner, he was like destroyed. And that's the same way with our buddies. You know, like I hadn't seen Steve in a couple of weeks over here, and he's my buddy. And so we've become so close. When I don't see him, I kind of feel a little off. You know, it's like if I don't see Ricky all the time, or if I wasn't talking to Dean every day, I'd probably be like, oh God, what's going on? You know, me and Steve over here are building a pretty good relationship in my mind, and having some great conversations. As that goes on, I would feel a little off if that didn't continue. Like, I didn't realize the energy was different with Megan gone. And now she's back, and it's different, it's better. Like, that's what we're all doing for each other, is we're building each other up and helping each other in big ways. And that's what all these stories are about, every single one of them. That's why they resonate. So next time we all look at a movie, let's just think about it. You know, if you're Frodo in Lord of the Rings, what do you got? You got your buddies over there helping you. Why does that resonate? Because this guy has his buddy that's got to watch his back until 5 in the morning. You know, it's the same way with Randall. You know, Randall's, hey man, y'all got some stuff I can come help y'all with. You know, like, he's got our back. Like, all the stories are a reflection of our own lives. That's why we like them. That's why we love them. It's really fascinating. I mean, Luke Skywalker, how many of these guys that didn't have a father, and you come up and you say, oh, my father's Darth Vader? A lot of us are like that. Yeah, I would consider my dad one. Like, no joke. It's interesting how certain things touch us and certain things don't. If you look at all the crappy stories, the things that never resonate, is because they're not real. That's why novels are really, really important. Because they can take, like Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars is just a bunch of myths from history rolled into one story. Just like Lord of the Rings. Like, they are the myths. Just like Game of Thrones. It is all history compiled to tell a different narrative with different names. It's pretty fascinating. It is. And why do these guys? I mean, these are the most important people in history. Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Mithra, Zoroaster. I mean, they matter. They matter a lot. They matter to a lot of people worldwide. 7 billion people. One of those is going to have a really powerful impact on a certain part of the culture that you're in. I mean, you go to Krishna or Buddha. I mean, you're anywhere. India is at 1.4 billion, something like that right now. Well, they're really important to them. Anywhere in the United States, Canada, Europe. Well, Jesus is really, really important. All over the Middle East, Mithra and Zoroaster, they're still really important there. And why? They all tell the same basic story. I am going to sacrifice, and I'm going to help. I'm going to sacrifice, and I'm going to help. I'm going to improve the lives of other people. Like, that's really the gist of every one of their stories. And I think we can all relate to that, because whenever we get helped by somebody else, the story resonates with us. It hits home. Like, I know when Ricky helps me, or I help Ricky, or Steve helps me, or we talk, we have coffee and work out all the problems of the world. Like, that's a big help. Like, I can resonate more easily with all these other stories. Like, yeah, of course that is true, because I see it in humanity everywhere. Like, we all have a slice of Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad. And like, we're all the same. We all drink the same water. It all flows together. No matter what these people believe, or no matter if I find their belief offensive, it doesn't matter. We're all breathing the same air. We're all experiencing the same things. They just do it a little bit differently than how we do it. Good. Good. That leads us to, how are we writing our own story? Like, we see heroes like Rocky Balboa. How are we writing down our own story? Every single day. We were just having a conversation about how fast life goes. And just a few moments ago before this started, how fast life goes. Like, once you turn early 20s, it's just bam, bam, bam. And when people used to tell me that when I was a kid, I thought they were crazy. I mean, hell, I'm almost 55 now. And it just went by like a blink. Like, where'd it go? So every day we write just a little bit of our own story. Like, Jacob's story is just starting. And what is your story going to be? There's some pretty miraculous things, like people Steve's age. Like, I've always been fascinated by people that start rewriting the narrative of their life toward their last decade or two of living. Like, that has always fascinated me. Like, Megan was telling me the story of her grandma just going to a protest over an execution at 85. Like, that's fascinating. Like, to have belief in the betterment of mankind, to continue, to inspire others, to give help. Like, what I write in a journal almost every day, have since I was 16. What are y'all going to write on your pages? I think about it every day. What is going to be on my page today? Who am I going to talk to? Like, I was really happy the other day to write. I had a really cool conversation with Steve about religious subject. And I just went on to talk about our texts that we exchanged. I thought it was fascinating because I love that stuff. I mean, I could talk about it all day, every day. Well, that was on my page of life. That was part of my life. Visiting with you every Tuesday and sometimes Wednesday or Thursday is like a big thing. Like, you brought your dad down because you wanted him to meet me, and I wanted to meet him. And you're going to give a presentation, and you're going to make an impact on somebody's life. Like, that is going to be a story. That's going to be a page in your life. Me and Dean working on these projects, that's a thing. All the times I visited with Steve is a part of his life story. He can't go cross it out. You break up with your girlfriend, or if you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, like Mario, you can't go take back those things. It's still a story. It's still a part of your life. It was still written down on your pages. There's no way to get around it. You can forget about it, though. That's a start. I think this is why they resonate with us, because they show us and prove to us, because we've seen it, that these stories let us know we can transform our lives. We can transform our lives. Ricky transforms his life every single day. He keeps catching himself with his anger, and he gets better. I mean, he's like all of us. Fall down, get back up. Every day, though, he's telling himself, I hear it from him every single day, I'm not letting these people piss me off anymore. I'm just not doing it. God damn it, I'm not doing it. That's what he's doing every day. There's not a day that goes by he doesn't say that. But he's catching himself, and he's writing that on his pages. Like, he's catching them. He's realizing he's giving somebody else permission to piss him off. He gave them a permission slip to piss him off. He's letting them do it. But he's catching himself, and he's writing it down on his page, and that's why stories like Rocky hit home with everybody. We are our own hero. Every single person. We are the hero of our own story. Nobody else is going to write it but you. Randall is a hero to me. He has gone through so many struggles. It's like unbelievable. And that's why I think Steve's story would be so awesome if he would ever share it with us. Is y'all aren't dissimilar. I mean, the story is remarkable of struggle, overcoming, and rising above, and then jumping over your fear. Like your fear of reaching back out to me and just instantly overcoming it without even giving it a whole lot of thought. Like, I know I got to reach out. It's going to be uncomfortable, but I'm doing it. And you did. Like, it's impressive. It's impressive to get over yourself. That's why next time we watch a good hero movie, we can know that it's us that we're looking at. But this is the most important thing before we wrap up. Who are your supporting characters in your own movie? Like, that's a big thing. Who are your supporting characters? Now, I mean, we've all seen a good movie and there's like one good main actor and all the rest of them suck. You know, that it kind of makes the movie not so good. It's kind of the deal with our own lives. If we have crappy supporting characters, it would be bad. You know, like I'm married to Jill. What if Jill was just a really mean person? She's my supporting character. That would be a bad movie. You know, it would be really bad. It'd be really bad. Like, me and Noah have started to get close again. So what if all of a sudden one of us became an ass? Like, if Noah's writing his own story, I'm writing mine. What if we are not supporting each other's roles? All of a sudden it turns into a bad movie. What if every time Ricky said, I'm just never getting mad again, like he does every single day? What if I just started feeding it? What if I was a horrible supporting character? Oh no, you need to get mad. Screw those people. You know, what if that was the role? What if I was that character to my buddy? That would be horrible. So we better pick our friends really, really well, because they're going to come and go, you know, just like here, man. Oh, God, we've had hundreds of people come and go. Totally fine. If you're not meant to be here, you're not meant to be here. But the ones that are around, the ones that we're digging deep roots together, we know we can count on each other. We know we're going to water each other's, we're going to give each other nourishment. We're going to take care of each other. Otherwise, you would be all alone last night, Jacob, and you wouldn't have had your wingman taking care of you. It's important. So with that, we are going to do a quick breath work. I would love to do Wim Hof. Are y'all good with Wim Hof? Wim Hof, and I really like that one we did a few weeks ago. I'd like to do that again. And thank y'all. I appreciate y'all joining. If y'all are in the local area, we're 30 minutes from Shreveport, 20-ish from Marshall, 40 from Longview. Come on out. We'd love to meet you. See ya.